Hello and welcome back to MMO Nonsense. My name is Mr. Gruffle. Joining me today is Prairie Lily, and we are diving back into Secret World. We've been playing this one on and off for the last month, few hours of time here and there. We've crawled our way to max level. How have you been finding the game?
Right from the beginning, at the tutorial, the way it introduced us to the game and the mechanics, really enjoyed it, wasn't bored a bit. Didn't feel like it was dumbing it down, but it is still easy for beginners. And then we hit our very first investigation mission, and I was hooked.
Yes, I too found the investigation missions were fantastic. So congratulations to everyone who's played the game and hasn't Googled the answers. I think we ended up hitting Google on one of them, didn't we?
One of them, and it was a really pathetic Google. It should have never happened. I'm ashamed. But all the way to level 50, still an area to go.
Yes.
And all of those research missions completely figured out by ourselves or with a couple buddies. They help too. They participate. And, there were missions that took us 3 days of just, I'd be going about my regular day-to-day stuff thinking, what do they mean by that riddle? Oh, I gotta figure that out. Yeah, and that was excellent. That was a good feeling. Yeah,
I definitely found those to be a highlight of it. The rest of the quests weren't too repetitive. I mean, there's a few defend the point and follow the guy and escort the thing missions, which you come to expect.
Lava Game Champion is an excellent goal to aim for, but there could be more jumping puzzles, I think.
I think there could be far less. It's aggravating. So, you've enjoyed the sort of puzzle aspect,
very much, yeah.
The quest aspect of it. How's the game in general? Is it fun?
Yeah, I'm having fun. I started as a warlock, decided the blood magic focus was really not for me, picked up some brass knuckles and went fist.
Yes, I switched out my sledgehammer to the chaos focus. Quick change of gear was pretty painless. I mean, in the long run, it is a very long process to get your gear all the way up to fancy colour number something. I don't know what it is. We've not got to yellow yet. There's still another one.
I have plenty to say about gear progression.
All right, so gear progression, huh? Found a bit of a grind. It looks like it's going to slow down quite considerably moving forward, but that's okay. I don't mind a game that takes you 6, 8, 10 months to gear.
I haven't found it to be a grind so far. I think it will slow down a lot right away here. I think we've hit that wall where it's going to. But that being said, I know that it has been commented by friends that it's an unconventional way of doing things.
It is.
I like it.
It is a bit of an unconventional way. But I mean, it's better than relying on the luck of the gods to give you that one piece of raid gear to drop in that level 70 dungeon.
I prefer it. I can hop on by myself or with my friends in the dungeon, have some progression.
Yes.
Not run the same raid, dungeon, whatever content.
Over and over and over, as long as your timer allows.
For years, and never get that piece of gear. Because that has always been my luck in all of those games. It really has. I like how they do gear progression.
Yes.
I prefer it than very minimum chance of getting a random drop from. But the loot you get from dungeon chests needs to be better. Running a dungeon should feel better. Hopefully the elite ones are. That would be nice. But we can go real hard on quests for that amount of time and end up with better loot, way more shards for crafting. So while I think I've never played a game with this kind of gear progression before that I can remember, and I think I like it, which is going to be not a popular opinion.
Nothing's a popular opinion.
That's true.
Every opinion is wrong on the internet, so.
That's true. But yeah, some of the content needs to have better rewards. And I think that Dungeons is, especially if what I'm hearing about it actually being quite difficult, because it is still a new game.
Story. How have you found the story? Because I have to say, this is one of the few games that I've actually followed the story and I've watched cutscenes.
I have watched cutscenes.
I know the names of NPCs that we've met along the way.
And you need to for some of those missions.
You do?
Especially the investigation missions. It'll refer to some guy you met back at level 5. And you'll have to know what the conversation you had with him was to... And it'll give you the proper hints and the proper... But yeah, the storyline is quite excellent. It gives me a reason as to why I regenerate and can't die.
Yes.
I like that. It gives me a reason as to why I'm one of many.
Yes.
However, you still have that I'm the only one story aspect where, you know, when you're interacting with NPCs.
You do. There's the occasional solo bit. But
yeah, so much more explained than most. And yes, okay, the occasional solo bit. It leans away from that at higher levels so far. But to begin with, we had a fair chunk.
We did have quite a few solo missions, but I mean...
Yeah. Going along the storyline missions with a group of 4, and it was pretty constant, where it's like, oh, another solo mission. Oh, another solo mission. Well, I made my character pure healing, because, I mean, that's how we do, right? We each had a role. Our buddies are DPS, you're the tank, I'm the healer. We went in there thinking, you know, pre-made dungeon team, how many gamers are that lucky? And soloing as a pure healing build was whew.
Yes, it was very slow going through.
Yeah.
With very low DPS for a lot of it.
Yeah.
But then grouped up, we were all good, and come dungeon time, we were all prepared. You could buy all the skill points and all the gear you wanted.
Yeah, you could hop on, throw thousands of dollars at the game right now, and max everything. Have everything opened up, have all the gear you want, have absolutely everything. But
I don't know why you would.
Well, yeah, I mean, what would be the point in that? I mean, but at the same time, if our crew ever pulled ahead of us,
yes,
to the extent where we were dragging them down,
yes,
right? We're too powerful for basic dungeons. We're not quite done the storyline, but we're looking forward to trying the rest of the thing. We're not endgame. We're nowhere near endgame.
No.
We need another 50 item power before we are thinking about doing lairs, hopefully elite dungeons eventually, right? If somebody ever pulled ahead, we could drop $40 or whatever and try to
catch up. Yes, it wouldn't be it wouldn't be a big move to do that. Usually it's something I'm totally against these games.
It would be a big investment to go right from nothing to endgame.
Yes.
And I'm not completely against it. If that's the way you want to go, you have supported this game, which everybody else can enjoy for free. The real question about the pay to win or free to play, can you play it all? You absolutely can play it all. You can. You can unlock absolutely everything that you would ever possibly need to in this game without paying anything. But I think the patron bonuses are the way to go. I think that the subscription for this game, they've really done it right. Yes,
we subscribed. I wish we'd actually done it sooner. We waited until we were about level 48.
We were convinced there'd be nothing to do the moment we hit 50. And when we were about to hit 50 and we realized that we were only halfway done the storyline and nowhere near doing the endgame content, we realized we'd be playing this game for a couple more months, and they
deserve it.
They deserve it, yeah. I mean, honestly, the moment I was done my very first research mission, I was ready to open my wallet. I was like, take my money.
Oh, you should have talked me into it.
Yeah. Next time. By far, the finest of the free-to-play games.
Definitely, I'd say one of the top sort of 5 out there is free-to-play games.
Yeah? Yeah, okay. I can agree with that.
But as for having to pay, no, you don't. We got through, half of the story without paying a cent. We could have got through the other half without paying a cent, and we'd still have probably about the same gear.
You can buy the in-game currency
Yeah, you can buy the in-game currency with hard work and progress that way. So yeah, I think it's one of the sort of more well done of the free-to-play games out there. And as I said, definitely one of the best to play. So that were our views on the Secret World Legends. You can throw down any comments below if you agree or disagree with us. Thank you for watching. I've been Mr. Gruffle. That's been Prairie Lily. And we will see you next time for some more MMO nonsense.